Hello, welcome to another episode of Unearthed Relics. I'm Jennifer, and I'm going to show off some of the things that I found on 2 trips to the Goodwill Outlet up in Indianapolis this week. I had 2 different occasions to drive up for different reasons, so I figured I'd do a little hunting while I was there, and it did not disappoint. I'm particularly excited about the things that I found that relate to Halloween. Given that that is right around the corner and I'm looking forward to getting decorated for that. So let's dive on in. I was really excited to find this cool picture. It looks like maybe it was out of a magazine and somebody had stuck it on a cardboard piece that would have fit into a frame. I think I found a cool bag of doilies, which are always great both for tea parties and crafting. Just to kind of show that for anybody that's not familiar with junk journaling, I went ahead and did tea dyes and coffee dyes of a few of the doilies that were in that packet, and they just kind of have that cool old age look. So I'm excited about using those in a junk journal coming up. I also hit the mother load on lace on this trip. So somebody's stash of cutout pieces from wedding dresses or wedding veils, lots of really cool, intricate flower patterns, and just really cool old lace. So I think, again, this will be great for junk journals or other craft projects. I also found some cool tins on this trip, but I'll be showing those off. One I got filled with Scrabble tiles. You know, I love some Scrabble tiles, and it's always fun to come up with words to put out on display or to use those as part of crafts as well. And I got my little happy Halloween here. I found this little cute kitten. He is just pretty precious. It was a whole collection of kittens. I thought he was the cutest, so he was the only one I grabbed on this trip. A really precious old piece of doll clothing. I will probably use it for the lace and fabric, but it will break my heart to not use it. Although maybe I can find a little doll I can put that on, because it is such a really pretty, I'm gonna guess silk jacket there, but it's just beautiful. Just kind of cute and sweet. I found this cute towel. It looked like it was something that was hanging that says doilies, which I think is hysterical because I have a lot of doilies with the fancy embroidery and things like that too. So I figured I could find a way to maybe cut that out and put it on top of the box where I have those things stored, and that would be kind of fun. Found another one that's got a cross stitch kind of motif. It's a long runner. I always think that's special when somebody put a lot of time and effort into decorating something. This one I thought was really cool too, and maybe in the photo I'll be able to show this a little bit more. It has this really cool kind of black and white ribbon kind of running through it, which I've not seen before, so I thought that was kind of interesting. Found this framed piece of an old quilt. So that was obviously precious to someone, and I think it's neat. The color's super faded. I can only imagine maybe what the state of the quilt that they took that from was, that led it to be maybe preserved in small pieces like this. But I always think that's really cool, and just the care that went into sewing something like that a long time ago. It feels like it's worth preserving. All right. I always grab cigar boxes because they're great to store things in. This one's wide and kind of larger than most of the ones that I find, so I was excited about that. And I stuffed it full of some different craft supplies that I found. So some more lace, some patriotic things that I'll be able to use in assemblages, some notions, buttons, old kinds of elastic things. I'll take pictures of those as well. And then a couple, you know, just little things like little thimbles, again, more lace. Call that a thimble, that's thread. But I did find thimbles, those are in there too. So that was a fun little box of craft treasures. I found a whole stack that looked like they had been cleaned out of maybe a flea market booth or something of that nature, of these candelabras for Halloween. Little spooky eyes, can't go wrong with those. This adorable little boo towel. I just thought he was precious with the little legs hanging out from under there. They're like the little witch's shoes too. So I found this really cool old, I assume that's a salt shaker because there's lots of holes on that one, but just kind of a really cool, I guess, aluminum top. and a neat shaped kind of vase. I kind of like it because it looks like a little mixing bowl. A number block, I only found one, so I can't do dates with it, but you know, for like 1, 2, 3, 4, could be something on the 1st of the month, or holidays with low, maybe 4th of July. That one will be good. Another plastic skull, which is gonna be great for Halloween. I was really excited by this. It's not spooky or Halloween, although it kind of has like an old look. It's like cardboard or paper, but it's a note set designed to look like a library card catalog. Back to the Halloween, more little pumpkins. I figure I can do some more embellishing on this one and make it a little bit more festive. And this sweet little plastic pumpkin with a witch hat. Of course, more lace. It just kept going and going and going. The lace gods shone upon me and smiled upon me on this trip. 2 really cool old tennis rackets. I like this one because it had the red, I don't know what you call those, strings. But that's kind of cool. So like for 4th of July, that would look really cool. And this one was a really cool Junior Pro, red, white, and blue. So I think both of those would look really good for 4th of July decorating. Continuing on kind of the patriotic theme, this cool Pepsi tin. I don't think it's terribly old. It's rusty and kind of a little bit worse for wear. So maybe it is a little bit older, but I don't think it's terribly old. In any case, that kind of is cool and has a fun sort of patriotic look to it too. As did this little Girl Scout commemorative tin. I couldn't find the top to either of these, but they're great for storing things down into, or maybe as modified planters, potentially. This one I've got stuffed with different flowers that I'll use for crafting, and then kind of continuing with that 4th of July theme, have that fun tray, like a plastic mold tray, that will be great for putting cookies out or other little snacks, or even other little memorabilia for display come 4th of July again next year. So I've got some other things stashed down in here. This is always fun. I love the old Viewmasters. This one has a She-Ra card in it, which was really kind of fun and nostalgic to see, and it's always fun to kind of watch the cute little stories that unfold in a Viewmaster disc. So that was a great find, and to find a working Viewmaster as well was also a treat. Old little Santa, a little worse for wear. This one looked like maybe he had been on something where he lit up at one point. He needs a little bath, but he'll be delightful come Christmas time. And I found a whole bag of old clothespins, and I tried to get some of the ones with the more round shape heads, although the ones I'm pulling out now are all very kind of flat. There were a lot of those, but there were some that had more kind of roundy looking heads, and those will be great for little dolls or other little craft projects. So I love those. I don't find the old kind as often anymore, but when I do, I like to grab those. All right, you want to see what's in the suitcase? Here we go. I went ahead and put some Christmas things in here, kind of shifting gears toward a different holiday now. I found this cute little pin with a drummer boy, and I'll set him here. Old vintage tablecloth. So this one has some candles and some holly and acorns and some poinsettias. So it's pretty general in terms of its motifs and things, but I love that, and I always love the actual old holiday tablecloths. This one was really cool, and I'll get it opened up and maybe snap a picture of it as well. But it's the plastic one, so it has the same kind of look as an old one, but it's made of plastic. And then on the flip side, it has a birthday, so pink and blue and yellow kind of birthday decoration. So a tablecloth that you could have used for a holiday, but then recycled and used for a birthday as well. So I thought that was cool. Cool old colander. I've seen people do these for lights or different kind of display things as well. I found this cool set of ornaments. It looks like they're homemade. So they have little dolls' heads and then these fancy sequined skirts on them. This one kind of looks almost like a pilgrim sort of vibe going on here. I don't know, she's kind of got a little like picnic or bandana sort of style to her. And then this one was a little angel. her little headband keeps falling down. But it was very obviously, you know, something, a craft maybe that somebody had done. I love the little sequins on the back of the little angel and the front, I guess. They have the little star points in the middle of some of them. So it's very fancy. You know, I would assume like 60s or 70s when these kinds of crafts were popular. Found a couple older ornaments. I don't think they're terribly old, and they're not like the Shiny Bright brand or anything like that. They have the plastic tops on them. This one's got leaves around them. That was kind of what drew me to them, the fact that they had the kind of glitter adornments of them. This one has musical instruments around it. All right, so got that cleared off a little bit. The thing that I was really excited about on this trip was finding a giant tote of old sheet music. I am not super musically inclined, despite the fact that I took piano lessons for a very long time. In any case, I can appreciate the beauty and coolness of the older stuff, and just the artwork on the front of them is so amazing. So I did not grab everything. The piles that I made are kind of heavy, so I knew I was going to be paying a lot for them. But usually when I find good old sheet music with the pretty pictures or some sort of special tune to them, it's usually like $1 or $2 a piece at the cheapest. So the fact that I was able to buy stacks of them at the Goodwill Outlet price was a pretty good deal. So I'm gonna start with this one. I think this one's pretty old. I think my husband helped me to date this last night, and it was 1918. Several of these were named after women, but there were kind of like different. This one, Mary Lou. This one, let me grab that one. Oh, Mabel. She's got kind of a cheerleading sort of outfit onto it. So I'm already getting great ideas for how I could incorporate those into either junk journals or displays, or I think a lot of them would just look really pretty, like hanging up on a wall in a frame. So I think they're just really, really beautiful. I won't show them all because they go on and on and on. I picked out a few ahead of time to kind of show. This one was another. I thought that one was kind of cool and maybe looked like it was from a movie. Louise, another lady. Here's Nona, she's a clown. So I'll take some more photos of those and stick them in. The other thing that I did was try to sort them out for things that kind of reminded me of different holidays. So I grabbed a few that had kind of more of a Halloween sort of look to them. So there's two, and two more that kind of looked a little bit spooky. So great for Halloween. I found some that I thought were really sweet for like Valentine's Day, lots of songs about love and that kind of thing, but also St. Patrick's. I found two that were kind of good for St. Patrick's types of things. Here's another St. Patrick's-y sort of look. I also found a whole bunch of patriotic sheet music. This one's the March Militaire. I found them from all different kind of eras. So that one's looking maybe like 40s-ish to things that were a lot older, obviously, maybe around World War I rather. I haven't dated all of these yet, so I need to kind of go through and look at that and also do some photo searching and things like that before I start cutting them up or using them for other projects. I always like to make sure I don't have something that's super valuable or rare. There's another one. This was Paul Revere, so that was kind of interesting. And yeah, just a couple of those. So again, I'll put some pictures in. There were also in the mix of music, some different music related magazines, which I think are great because it has little kind of collections of different song lyrics, which I think will be great for different projects that call for that. But really fun, cool ads. So never forget that like the older magazines, even if they don't look super great on the front, although that one's kind of cool, might have some good stuff inside that you'd be able to use for crafting as well. So I got a few of those. And again, I just think the little ads inside of them are so delightful. In any case, and there was a whole lot more. I'll just lift up this one. We're not gonna go through it, but it was heavy, like so, and I had so much fun picking through it to find the ones that I wanted. So those are my finds for today. Ooh, and I almost forgot. a skeleton, and a spider. So I've already got those kind of on temporary display. We'll do something a little bit fancier with them to come, but that was a good way to kind of show them off. So that was a good find as well. Thanks for coming with me on this journey, as always, to find and show off unearthed relics that I have found in my thrifting adventures. And if you like what you saw today and want to see more, be sure to subscribe and share with your friends. Thanks so much for joining today.